Ho ho ho!
Oh, babies.
Hey, what's up, babies?
You know what time it is.
Tim,
Yeah, son.
it's time to get that sharing done.
Time to get the sharing.
If you're out there, for the love of God,
give it a
give
share.
us a share.
Can you share it? Can you share it? Either share it or don't share it, but share it.
I mean,
that's all I'm asking you to do.
It ain't hard.
No.
It's not hard.
I'm over here, and I'm going to share. I'm clicking it. You don't need to type any words. You can hit the emoji button. 3 bells.
Post. Yeah. That's what you do?
Ring the bell. You ring the bell.
I've been posting one bell all the time. That's all I've been doing.
I've been going triple bell.
Triple bell?
Yeah.
Ding, ding, ding. Is that what you're trying to tell me right now?
Triple bell.
Bing, bing, bing.
Yes, son.
Bing, bing.
What, Ty, can I ask you something?
Depends. Depends, my friend.
Can I ask you something?
Throw it to me. Throw it to your buddy over here. Oh, Bukaki, what's up, my guy?
What, is Johnny B in the house?
Johnny B's in the house. Bukaki, hola, señor.
Hey, mijo. ¿Qué pasa, boy? ¿Qué pasa, mijo? Is that borderline?
It's probably not. Kristen Marie, hello. Yeah, we probably.
Hola, Hola,
oh man.
Hola, mamacita. Muy.
What do you got a question for?
Muy bonita, mamacita.
Oh man. Now we're doing both. It's harassment as well.
Yeah. ¿Qué pasa, Amy? Hey. Bambino.
Hey. No, you gotta stop.
Niño.
You gotta stop. You gotta. Don't do it. Do it no longer.
Pequeño niño.
God, somebody make him stop. Nothing like some creepy Spanish. Oh, you're right. There's nothing like creepy Spanish.
Or when it's someone who doesn't speak English very well. So Spanish is their first language, but they're trying to do English, and it just comes off like, "Hello, mommy."
Yeah,
Hello, mommy.
I love when people that don't speak Spanish well try to speak or any language well. They'll try to be like cool. And it happens a lot at an Italian restaurant too, with the pronunciation of the dishes. It's like,
oh well, that's the selective like
margarita. It's like why did you say that? Or
the Italians are, I think. New Jersey Italians are the biggest offenders of that, because they'll just, let me get a coffee and a pack of cigarettes and an egg sandwich with mozzarella. Where the fuck did that come from?
You didn't need that.
You talk like an idiot the other 95% of the time, and now you're cultured for that word.
Why do you talk out of here? It sounds like you have batteries in your mouth for the majority of your words, but then every once in a while you'll throw something. The romance language.
Let me get a gabagool. All right.
You had a question for me, though. You did. Is it a good one?
Kristen, mama.
I hate it.
Yeah, you should.
She saw us pivoting. That's the word of the core. Everybody's been pivoting out there.
A lot of pivots. How was your day, bud? How was your day? That's my big question for you. How was your day?
Oh, good day. Good day for the kid.
Yeah?
Yeah, good day. Good day for you. Mary. Hey, Mary.
Mama.
Mary. Toto. Hey. My day, it was fine. It was a good day. All the days are the same, feels like.
What was good about your day, though? Did you do some exercise?
I haven't yet. I got to do some exercising. I got to get on that row machine after the show.
Oh, I forgot you got that.
Yeah, no, I just want to. I tried to run earlier, but it was raining off and on. Yeah. One of those days you just couldn't get a read on the day. Don't you hate that?
Well, it's muggy, and I don't have an air conditioner in the room that I'm in.
Yeah,
I don't know if you can see it, but I am sweating. I'm so
hot.
See
it. I can't see it.
Very hot. I have the lights turned off, so you can't see it glistening. I only have one light in front of me.
You don't have your special.
I have that ring light. I have that light that they sell on Amazon for the big time influencers. I have that one. That's pointing at me.
I can't do. You look great, man. There's no perspiration.
Thank you.
Visible
at
all.
Thank you.
How was your day?
It's a good one, man. It was a good one. I made I have no food left in the house. Almost none. I haven't gone shopping.
A real chef. That's the sign of a real chef.
So
still can make a meal no food in the house. Would
Well,
you
I made
use
so we had some spinach, some baby spinach left. Had some
baby
frozen.
spinach?
Had some
Poor,
well,
poor
most
babies.
of it's most of it's baby. Yeah, yeah,
Poor spinach.
yeah. It should be illegal to do that to the baby spinach. Baby spinach. We had some frozen hamburgers, some red onion, some tomatoes laying around. So you know what I did, Ty?
Can I guess?
Yeah.
Meatloaf,
No.
hamburger, a burger.
I made
You didn't say
hamburgers.
hamburger roll. You didn't have hamburger roll.
I have no
Hamburger
bread in the house. I have no bread in the house. So I fried up them burgers, set them
Mm.
aside. You know what? I just made a toss. I made some balsamic vinaigrette, crick, oil vinegar, shook it up. Kate, as usual, just bombarding whatever the conversation was.
Oh my god. Well, this will be our last episode.
Yeah, George just typed the same thing. But this is our last show.
Oh my god.
Kate, I see your. Are you? Is this because the people went to space today?
They didn't go.
Oh, they didn't go today.
They didn't
They
go.
didn't go. It was yesterday.
But is this because is this because another planet
Yeah.
is sending their bee woman representative?
Yeah.
The
Who
bee
had-
people?
What alien has your body right
Guys, I'm a murder hornet.
now?
Oh, that actually.
That's actually that might have saved our careers. That I hope whoever was super offended by your first image.
Nobody on
around
this
long
show.
enough.
Nobody was offended on this program.
Yeah,
That's true.
not
This
yet.
is an unoffensive.
There's still
program.
time.
No.
So you're a murder hornet, Kate. You have
That's
any?
right.
Do you have any bodies?
Not yet.
You don't have any confirmed kills.
Not yet. There's still time. Still early in the night.
Can I ask you, why do you have that costume? If I was just gonna,
Yeah, because usually I was thinking it just now. Also, usually when women have the bee costume, they go as like the sexy bee, But that's very furry. So I don't think that was what
It's
that
very
costume
furry.
ever was.
unless of course it's a furry.
Is it
and
a
that's what
furry?
you did.
Were you
Are
at
you
a
a
furry
furry?
convention?
Oh no, Kate.
I don't know.
Does anybody want to hook up with the bee? At
Hey,
the
you
furry?
know about the furries, right? I hope, Kate.
No, I don't. And I don't want to know. Hi, Mary.
Wait, you don't
She
know what
likes it.
you don't know what the furries? Can we talk about it, Tim? Your mom's in
Oh, is it
I
gross?
bet you it's real gross. John Bukaki, I guarantee you knows what furries
Oh,
are.
and Brianna Cressman knows it for sure.
Brianna
Kate,
knows.
Do you not know what a furry is?
I think she
I
knows.
don't.
She's
Are you
she's
playing coy?
Playing possum.
She's playing
I'm not. I'm not. I don't
You
know
wanna know?
what.
Do you want to know what a furry
I don't
is?
think so. Is it gross?
Yeah,
Is it
yeah,
gross?
yeah.
Not
I don't want to know.
gross. You can't maybe use your imagination.
It's not gross. You don't think it's gross, Ty?
It is a
It's a
little.
little gross. Yeah,
little
it's
gross.
definitely gross.
And
It's the people get the costumes like you have there in different animals. It's always an animal. Foxes are
animal.
popular,
a
especially
typical furry animal.
especially the typical furry animal will be a fox. They love foxes for some reason.
And well, I
And
feel
they
like
get
a lot
together.
of bunnies have.
Bunnies, well, the ladies do the bunnies usually.
Oh, the ladies do the
but
bunnies.
So is this
And-
Halloween? Are you talking about
No, no,
Halloween?
no,
Because
this is
I'm a little
every
bit
day.
Halloween.
Imagine like Halloween, but instead of candy, it's sex.
Oh.
It's every day of the week, Kate. It's not on Halloween. These people, they get together, they rent out like a Holiday Inn, and they go there and they just take a shitload of MDMA and go hard at each other
Yeah.
with the costumes
Oh.
on. But there's like little
Oh.
holes cut out in the
There's- there's
appropriate spaces,
two-
obviously.
2 holes specifically.
Okay.
Usually.
All right.
Well, for
Cool.
God,
So
I
you
mean,
can
sometimes three.
talk about
Sometimes
that,
three.
but
Sometimes there's 3 guys for
And then-
3 holes.
Okay.
3 guys. Yeah.
I'm
And
good. Thank you
yeah,
guys.
that's the
Thank
one.
you.
And then
No, I don't do that. That's not what I do. Mm-mm.
well, okay, well, let's get that squared away. Thank you. Now,
Yeah, thank you. Thank you.
you're welcome. You know what
Squared
bronies
away.
are? Do you know what a brony is?
No, I don't want to know. I don't want to know these things.
Do you know about bronies, Ty?
no, I don't actually know what bronies are.
They're my.
Don't
Does
tell me.
anybody in the chat know what a brony is? Does anybody know
Wait,
about the My
so
Little Pony
you're-
fetish?
You're okay with like saying these things, but I come in with a toy gun and you think we're gonna
Have
get
you seen the
canceled?
news?
Yeah, you haven't really been watching the news.
You
I don't
haven't been
think.
watching much news, have you?
No, I try and stay away
Yeah,
from
it's
it.
best that you
It's
don't.
it's
this
it's
week.
it's the news isn't good. involving.
Well, actually, it wasn't. Things are going a little wild in the part of the country. But what I guess back to the original question is, where'd the bee costume come from?
My closet.
Don't fucking give me
don't
that kind of answer. Don't give me
next question.
Don't give me the old run around.
It came from my closet. What else?
You got humongous bee eyes. Nobody can see what you're thinking. You're wearing bee glasses. I know what you're wearing. I see them. Is there a honeycomb pattern on there?
I wanted to get honeycomb, but I ran out of time. You know, the cereal.
Well, all that you're looking for real honeycomb at the.
If you came on and you were wearing a glasses full of the honeycomb cereal, it would have been good. It wouldn't have surprised me, but I also would have never spoke to you again. That would have been our last communication.
That would have been the final one?
I think so. I think that would have been it for us. But Kate, how was your day?
Weird day. Tyler.
I thought she was going to interrupt her. I thought that was going to be the bitch. She started answering and you started talking.
Yeah. Immediately. Normally what it is.
How was your day? Well,
how's your day? Anyway, Tim, what's up with you?
I like when you ask me how my day is and I say it's bad, and then you're like, okay. So next thing.
Well, we don't want to hear bad stories.
We had a show about that though, Kate. We had a specific. Remember, we had that show where like if someone says bad, you just go next, and then so
don't be a bummer. Topic. Don't be a bummer.
No. Anyway, well, the cops came over again.
Well, cop.
Did you do a crime?
Cop. I didn't do a crime.
Were you doing crime, girl?
That I know of.
Were you in the costume? Imagine if you were in the costume. We're here to actually. Can you just get in the car? I think you're.
Yeah, I was like, I'll get ready. Let me just get my purse. Yeah, the cops came, and then the thing that offended me the most about today was that I went on Netflix, and they suggested a movie that they thought I would like, and I was offended by it. I was like, you think that's the kind of taste that I have?
Was it a?
Oh, it was Prime. It was. It was Rain Man Twins.
I thought you were saying Rain Man 2, which is right up there with Anne Frank 2.
Anne Frank 2.
She's back, baby.
Yeah. Rain Man at it again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's my.
It's the only
Rain Man still at it.
Still going. Still alive. Yeah. So I bit.
Rain Man. Rain Man 2. The Hurricane.
All right, I'll let you guys go. Keep going.
3 and counting.
Because he counts. I got it. I get it.
Yeah.
I love when you get it.
I get it too.
All right. Well, tell us about the cop experience. So what happened? They came to your door. Were they looking for something? Were they looking for someone?
I think they were looking for someone. See, I'm in a different apartment than
you almost said it. You almost said
I did. I know.
Apartment.
I know. I'm in a different apartment. They're looking for apartment. Let's say 715, and I'm in apartment 314.
Mm-hmm.
So they ring 314.
They were that off.
It's a lot. It's a lot. I live in a high rise. I live in a high rise.
Shit.
So they ring my bell is very disturbing. It's like that's what it sounds like. So I'm always alarmed.
Yeah.
By it. I hate it. So I go out and he's got a mask on and it's a cop and I was like, oh my God, what did I do? That I just feel guilty when I see a cop. I don't know. Are you guys like that?
Yeah.
Especially when they're coming to your house. So
yeah.
You don't ever want that.
I just felt nervous and I opened the door and he said, we're here for apartment 754.
I thought that was your apartment.
No, mine's
she's 352.
52.
Okay.
And so he starts going up the stairs and I say, how do I know you're a real cop? Are you a murderer? I said it.
Okay, have you not? Oh God. What a bad question of all days.
You've seen that news story though, right?
I haven't.
I briefed you
about the cop who did a murder.
He did a murder.
It was a cop that did a murder. Oh.
Yeah.
So that cop that you saw, he has seen the news. He's familiar.
He's seen it,
and he thought you were being wise.
Yeah, he thought you're being a
wise girl.
That stuff happens to me all the time. I wasn't being.
Foot and
I was
mouth.
just being
Foot and mouth syndrome.
Yeah.
But Kate? But we never even thought. What if he wasn't a real cop and he was just going up to do a bachelorette party?
I thought that would make him laugh because whenever I see a cop, I try to throw a joke in there and just feel more comfortable about the whole thing.
Cops love it when you compare them to murderers. I don't.
Yeah.
Moments after one of their brethren did a murder.
Well, I didn't.
It's one of their favorite.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Oh man, I didn't. I really didn't know.
Love jokes. Everybody loves. All the cops love a good joke.
Yeah, cops have a great sense of humor.
They have a good laugh.
You ever get pulled over by a cop and you're like, nerd. You laugh and they laugh.
Brianna said because I showed up in my nightgown asking for phone books. You know, it's interesting. I sent George a picture of my night dress that I had on. George, from the other night.
His wife now.
Whoa!
If he wants to pull it up, I said if it comes up. If it comes up.
Oh my God!
No, I wasn't.
It's getting hot in here. How about
your jets?
Jesus. God damn it! I have to tell somebody. Who do we got to tell? Tim? We have to. We can't.
I wasn't wearing my night dress this time. I should have been. You know, I'm just gonna. I don't know. Yeah. So he said he gave me his. He didn't laugh at the joke. There it is. That's the dress I had on.
Night dress.
The other night when the other cop showed up, I was ready for the first. That
was for the bachelorette party. And I think. Were you the main attraction, or was he?
No, that was
John Bukaki. Nothing, but oh my.
But my oh my.
That's yes.
Is this
Brianna?
Kate, is this you? That is you, right? This is you in this photo.
That's that's me, and that's my dress.
I gotta tell you,
no,
this
that's not me.
This isn't
I think this
isn't objectifying women at all with the whole dress not showing her face.
Yeah, face.
Well, that's what I was trying to tell you guys. See, if we had pulled this up when I was telling the story the other night about how I called the cops.
It would have been a shorter 40.
I carried
story. Yeah.
I carried a dog.
Kate, there wasn't enough time in that story to bring up a picture. The story went too quick. We couldn't. There was no time.
Yeah, it was really
to be continued. Yeah.
Can you imagine the scrambling would have had to happen to pull up that picture in time for it to come up by the end of the story?
It was so quick, that story. So how this story ends, I throw in, I asked the cop, how do I know you're not I'm not going to say it because I feel bad because now I know about the news.
Say it now.
You've already said it.
I said, how do I know you're not a murderer? But I would have said that anyway.
Right.
And he didn't laugh. He didn't think it was funny. And then he said, you can call the cops right now. My badge number is 346. He
gave you the direct. Something. He's like, we've been on this question. It's been happening all day. Here's my answer that I've given everybody else all day. My badge number is shit.
Right.
It's here. I can't read it. It's here.
Yeah. So
all of a sudden you hear douche, right. And there's dancing upstairs. Right.
So I put my night dress on and I went upstairs. It was a good time. Here I am.
Nice.
Great day.
Did the gun go off? Did his gun go off?
A little bit.
That'd be the worst thing if like a cop comes to your front door and then like, hey, I'm looking for this apartment. And she's like, it's upstairs. And then he comes down, like you hear a gun go off and he comes down like 5 minutes later, like, do you have like any towels? Any like, is there you have like a bunch of Band-Aids?
A lot of bleach, a lot of
got a little messy up there.
How thick are the walls? Did you hear about what? Did you hear the gunshot? Oh.
You can never.
How good is your hearing?
Yeah.
How good is your hearing?
Yeah. Close your eyes.
Yeah, it was a weird.
Tell me when I clap. You heard that? You did. Well, all right. Well, you know the number to the cops.
Forget this. Forget what this looks like.
But we have some stuff to go over. We have some stuff to cover.
Mm-hmm.
Not that that wasn't important, Kate. But
that was important.
It was important. I mean, you're on a list. You're on a watch list, and not a good one. You know how like sometimes there's like a neighborhood watch, and the police circle the block to look for the suspicious activity. Well, Kate is the reason they circle right now.
They're looking for me. I don't know why.
Oh,
completely normal.
Bukaki's got 2 in a row.
The best one was still not for nothing, but my oh my. I love it.
He's like, you're like the kind of girl I'd like to take home, meet mom and the priest for Sunday dinner.
Mm-hmm. That's right.
Then he's got the old, this is for Kate. He's got the old, oh, you don't want the cop to lose his load, if you know what I mean, you know.
Oh my God.
The extra you know at the end ties it up so well.
Lose his load. It has nothing to do with his policing.
No.
Does he have a load for what?
That cop and a loser load on you.
Tell you, this guy, a cop comes to your door. If he's got his load, you don't want him to lose that load with you.
That's right.
God forbid.
I'm trying to help you guys out.
You just got to offer him a container of coffee. That'll help him out.
So you're not a murderer. And do you have your load? You still have your load, officer. Because if you go up there, don't misplace it. Don't go ahead and lose your load. All right. We had a weird day on the news. In the news. On the news, in the news. Who gives a shit? It's one or the other.
I don't.
I'm not listening to the way you say it. I'll say however I want to. Okay?
Okay.
Say it.
Okay. Fine.
Guys, we talked a little bit last night about the social media ban that's happening. We're in trouble.
Tim
we have all of our shows on the media. On the social media. They want to take it off.
Yeah, they're going to cancel Twitter, right?
Big Man wants to cancel Twitter.
Yeah, I don't think you can do that. I don't think you can cancel
you don't think
freedom?
I don't know how.
Yeah.
The freedom of speech.
Yeah. It's one of the, you know how everybody's complaining that their rights are being infringed because they have to wear a mask and this and that. But that was never your right. You didn't have that right. All your rights are on one page. They're very easy to read. Nothing about a mask, nothing about getting your hair cut, nothing about driving a fucking car, going to the grocery store. But freedom of speech is actually the first
on there.
It's number one.
And it's, you know what? What's funny is it's the same people that are like, you can't force me to wear a mask are also the same people who are like, you can take my freedom of speech any moment.
It's the same. It is the same people. They're the same person who they'll bring an AK-47 to the Capitol because they don't want to wear a mask for some reason. But then they'll say it's fine, cancel free speech because that free speech isn't what my free speech is. So no free speech for anybody.
Real quick.
Well, it doesn't match up to what they need at the time.
Right.
But you know what really sucks? What really sucks about the whole thing is no matter who the president is, whatever party is in power, their group will be the biggest hypocrite at that time.
Yeah.
No matter what. Because
what what else it is?
Huh.
I kind of agree with them.
Take the speech away.
I think we shouldn't be posting.
Take it away.
I think the majority of the times that people post on social media, if the president said that, if he was like, listen, a lot of you motherfuckers post dumb shit that doesn't need to be said. Stop doing that. I'm going to make a ban on dumb posts. I'd be like, yeah, I got you, man.
Sign me up. I would like that.
That would be a really fair thing to say.
I'm with the freedom of speech. What's your favorite freedoms? Can you name them all? The Bill of Rights?
All the ones that you have?
I don't even the Bill of Rights. I think I only know 1 through 3.
Well, there's only a couple. I mean, there's not a ton of rights in that. I mean, we take for granted that our privileges we think are rights.
Right. Yeah.
So like you turn 16, you get your driver's permit, you get a license, you get a car, all that shit. None of that is your right. It's your privilege of living in a place that has roads and cars and money and all this cool shit. And you get the privilege of having a car that you can drive in. But at no point is it an irrevocable right. Your rights are freedom of speech, voting, freedom of assembly, freedom to protest is kind of the same thing as assembly. And then the Second Amendment is freedom to have a gun, which is kind of meant to protect the ones in the beginning.
Right.
And then outside of that, there's some stuff about interstate commerce, but it's a lot murkier and a lot less sensible.
And it's about drugs. Drug dealing.
And well, frankly, no one knows what the fuck. It doesn't apply to me and you. It doesn't apply to anybody who has like a regular life. The interstate commerce is not one of the rights you need to be.
Hold on. We got a first time commenter here. We got a first time slammer.
What, Steve Kamonka?
Steve Kamonka. He's talking about me.
No, we love a good meme. We love a good meme, Steve.
Our memes banned.
We have our memes. Our memes still available. I think.
I don't know if I could go without them.
I
like them.
Ryan Dugan says, "I wish Tim's chef mentor could narrate Bukkake's comments." Which chef mentor?
The mozzarella.
No. He's talking about Tony.
Come
on, Big Tim.
Oh no!
Come on, Big Tim.
Don't hit them all. You've already hit one today. You've already hit one.
You got 15 minutes on your first ticket, Big Tim. 15. Big Tim, let Daddy drive the bus now. Let Daddy drive the bus. Get on. Big Tim, get my sides. Get my sides. Big Tim.
How did I get muted in this episode? And this doesn't get muted.
Big Tim, get my sides.
Come on. You're gonna get me talking that way.
Just doing the disappointing head shake.
Oh yeah.
You loved that character 2 weeks ago, Kate, and now you've turned on me.
Well, and I appreciate.
Well, I watched the news.
You haven't watched shit. You just heard from us.
You haven't watched the news since Reagan was in office.
I hate the news, guys.
Are you guys meme fans? Are you meme fans? You like
memes? Meme, you know.
Well, here's the thing. You got to know your audience. You guys told me that you hate them, so I stopped doing them.
Huh. So you stopped doing memes for good. You know you can't do memes. You only post. You never post the meme you make. I think that's horseshit. What? You can only share memes.
Well, then who makes the memes?
Yeah, who's the meme maker?
The meme factory, and nobody knows who works there. Nobody knows
the true honor. That's the fruit.
No, it's unnamed individuals. They all gather in a basement.
Tyler,
you don't know who they are.
Tyler.
It's like the Illuminati.
Is it like the Illuminati?
That's the fruit.
Yeah. If you're invited to the meme making,
you're just talking shit now.
No, I ain't.
Then you know you've made it.
Now.
Yeah.
It's freedom of memes.
They got the Senate, they got the House of Republicans. The House of Representatives.
House of Republicans. You should stop watching the news.
The House of Republicans.
Tyler has toned down his news watching big time.
Oh, big time.
Yeah.
Because
I highly recommend turning it off.
It was an absolute disaster for the first month of this pandemic because I was too involved in it. I was watching it too much, but I was trying to watch. So this is how Kate, maybe you do the same thing. When I do watch the news, I'll watch it, but I'll do it on the internet, and I'll look up today's news or the week's news from 1 or 2 American sites, 1 or 2 European sites, and 1 or 2 sites from just another part of the world. And then I'll just take an average of what all of them say about said events, and I'll figure out if that's probably the truth.
Yeah.
Because it's one of the only ways to actually get, well, it takes like 40 minutes, but it's better than watching the news every day for 3 hours. It's 40 hours. It's 40 minutes like once a week. But does that seem crazy or does that seem sensible? Because that's how I was taught to do it in school. Like in college,
I feel like
that's the way to do it.
It's like a puzzle. You just have to get little pieces, try and put it together to the best of your ability. I talk to friends. I talk to smart friends. And I say, what do you think about this?
You talk to smart friends.
How do you feel about that?
Every weeknight.
You guys are my new friends now.
I typically get all my news from group texts. And then if I don't get it all from there, I check out what Chrissy Teigen tweets. And then I check out what Donald Trump Jr. tweets. And I get that. And so I'll figure it out. But usually the group texts really, really inform me.
Yeah, I mean,
it's a bunch of hatred.
Yeah,
so
that's a good way. Ask your friends, But you guys do the thing where you talk to each other. Not a lot of men do that. Like you actually have conversations about real things, right?
And what to define real things? You would say our emotions are real things?
Well, I mean, a lot of men have emotions, but then they push them down.
Is this you being sexist a little bit? Because we don't stand.
She's complimenting us, but she's.
I know what she's doing.
She doesn't like the rest of the.
It's called. It's reverse. She's reverse complimenting us, but belittling our species.
Well, the species is all of us. I believe.
No, the men and women are
gender.
Different.
That's called gender, Tyler.
I know what it is.
Yeah, I'm
trying
insulting
to make
your gender.
Joke. This is like a fun program. After dark, we all make jokes and stuff.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you guys are funny.
Yeah, Kate's women splaining at us. She's sitting back there with her legs spread,
No, I'm not.
her stinger out.
It does have a stinger.
Telling me
It's in the
what
back.
about my feelings.
Put your stingray around me.
Can you see it?
Do you actually have a stinger on?
Yeah, there's a stinger on
Can you
there.
show the stinger? Is that sexist? If I'm
Let me
asking?
pull this down. I want it to be appropriate.
Yeah.
It's not gonna be worse than the cop outfit. That's a tiny
I
little
fixed
stinger.
it.
Or that's the thickest. That's a thick stinger.
That's a thick boy.
That'll hurt. That'll hurt. That's a big stinger.
This is definitely from a furry convention.
That's one of the bigger stingers I've ever. That's one of the bigger stingers I've ever
Where
seen.
you didn't, you evaded the question. Where'd the thing come from?
Tim, don't you think that's a pretty big stinger, though?
Yeah, yeah.
Have you ever seen a bigger one?
On a scale of 1 to 10, what do you think about my stinger? It's pretty big, right?
Oh, no.
Depends where you're from. You know, depends where you're from.
I was at the Y one time and I saw a bunch of stingers, but I didn't see one that big.
At the Y.
I got it from my closet. Tim, I'm a quote unquote actor.
Was this from your big B role?
Can you tell?
Is this from that? Was this from the B movie when you auditioned to be in the B movie?
Yeah, like the waitress
You
costume.
didn't even
I've
make
had
the
all
B
this
roll.
No.
That was my bad one of the night. There's been a couple bad. That's my number one
really
bad. Wait a second.
Yeah.
Can we talk about bees? Is anybody allergic to bees? I'm definitely allergic to bees.
We talked about this already.
I got over it.
You said from the chest up.
I toughed it out. Thank you very much. I fucking manned up.
Ooh.
Wait,
and now I'm not allergic
You're
anymore.
over? You're not allergic?
I gave it the old 1-2. I gave it one of these. One of these. Yeah. Some of this.
Well, yeah, it's
a little of this.
He did the whole eat a bee.
Couple of these.
You have to eat a bee through your mouth. And
you have to eat. Yeah, you have to eat many bees.
You have to eat a bucket of bees.
Did you guys ever catch a fly? Remember that movie we watched the other night? Did you ever do that? Did you catch a fly?
Not so precise like that guy did, but I've done it.
No,
I've done it also.
You know what's fucked up about the bee? I haven't. You know what's fucked up about the bee?
Tell me.
What's going on with the bee?
The bee. If it stings, it dies.
And yet it stings.
And yet it stings. This conversation.
Did we?
We have
before. Yeah, we did. Tim, is Tyler okay? I feel like he's not okay.
You got him upset with some of the things you were saying about the feelings, and so he's on with the bee. He reverts to the beads when he gets upset. Yes.
Well, no, I just saw a bunch of bees. You know,
Ryan Dugan, poll bee allergies, good or bad?
But
what's
Tyler,
your favorite
you said,
bee?
We did. We talked about the car. Yeah, I get it. Okay, go ahead.
Said, but from the chest up, is that still true? Same as 2 weeks ago when we talked about it. From the chest up,
Shut
you
up,
died.
Kate. I hate you.
We asked him if he had an EpiPen, and he said no.
That's now I'm remembering. I'm confusing all these episodes.
Do you still not have an EpiPen for your deathly allergic thing? Are you
going
to take Benadryl?
Where am I getting an EpiPen?
At the doctor. That's open. You can go to the doctor. You can go right there.
These times.
You can go right to the doctor.
Oh, that's his answer this time. But Tyler, you've always had this problem. You should have had one before these times,
worse.
Right?
It's gotten worse. As Tim has gotten better, I've gotten worse. I do remember talking about this. I do remember.
Okay, good. Because I'm worried.
Stevie Kamonka says bees are okay. It's hornets that suck.
He's right.
Yeah, murder hornets are the worst.
The bees at least pollinate a little bit. The hornets are just pieces of shit. They're vindictive.
Right.
8 to 10. Oh, 8 to 10. 8 out of 10 on the stinger.
8 out of 10.
8 out of 10. Okay. Thanks.
Yeah.
Thanks, Ryan.
Well, he's a good judge of stingers. He's seen a lot of stingers in his day.
He's seen a lot in his time, I guess. Yeah.
So we got some more. Nothing on that. Not even Tim. I couldn't even get a. Well, he wrestled too.
He was going for the wrestling joke. I'm sorry, I didn't know.
It's a wiener joke. Huh. You know, you gotta love it.
Wrong crowd.
You don't like a wiener joke?
It's not the crowd.
You don't like one? You don't like one wiener?
I love a wiener joke. Everyone knows that I love a good wiener joke.
Yeah, you do.
What's your favorite one?
A good one, Kate. A good one.
That was a good wiener.
Good wiener joke from a bad wiener joke.
You feel the electricity in deep down. You can taste it in your loins, Kate.
Yeah, you can taste it. Listen, you go to you take that costume to a furry party, you're gonna hear yourself a bunch of good wiener jokes.
Okay.
Should be the buzz of the party, huh?
Okay, guys.
Yes.
Huh?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
sir.
That was a good one.
Sir.
The buzz of the party.
I was born in the wrong era. I'm starting to really pick up on that lately.
Oh man, don't get
Kate. Behive yourself.
That was bad. What's wrong with you?
Oh
and he's
God.
out. Mic drop.
He doesn't know. He was looking, swatting a bee. Look at him. We got a couple more news stories. We're closing in on the night.
This is worse than her story. This bee talk.
Well, she started it. You gotta.
I'm just joshing. You know I like the story.
Yeah.
You loved my story.
I
you asked for more.
I said later. I told Tyler in private later that I liked it.
We've almost still not recovered from it.
Did.
Thank you, Tim.
Bukaki sounds like Kate's buzzed.
Oh, John,
John,
come on.
Come on now.
That's good.
Come on,
I like
John.
it, John. Wait, isn't it Thirsty Thursday? Aren't we supposed to drink something?
Why?
I have to tell you guys, I had a really weird day with the cops and the murder joke that I didn't know about.
I have nothing to drink. I can do a little shot of whiskey, a bourbon.
Kate, do you have an alcoholic bev?
I do. I have to get it.
Yeah, go ahead.
Can we do a shot?
Go ahead and grab it.
Can you wait for me?
Sure.
I have some over here too. Also, so
I'm never far from it. If you're still
try not to
listening,
look at my stinger when I walk away.
We'll do our best.
Yeah, just hide it. There it is. Well, I'll wait till she comes back. But let's talk space.
Well, when are they rescheduling the launch for? Is it just the next day that it doesn't rain?
Saturday afternoon. They're trying to go up to space again, which is crazy to me. You know what? Because did you watch the live coverage at all? Did you see any of it?
No, I was following it online, but I didn't really watch. I didn't see it on TV. It's crazy how it sucks that the world is where it is right now, because this would be such a crazy and cool thing.
Yeah.
But everything sucks so bad that no one cares that we're sending people to space. And it's the first time that NASA is allowing other companies to sub out parts. So SpaceX, usually it was just NASA would do everything. Now they have SpaceX making parts for them, and the parts are all better than anything NASA was making.
Yeah.
Right. So everything is better, smaller, lighter. You can fit more on, do all this cool shit. I'm glad we're doing it.
Or just I hope Kate has mead. That's a B joke.
George, that joke was
good.
Believable, huh? Huh? Hey, Guy.
This is great. You're welcome, everybody.
Yeah, no, I wish I had a stinger right now to take me away from this. But no, let's do a shot. Ready? Let's do one. Everybody, cheers. Happy Thirsty Thursday.
Cheers, boys.
Cheers. Ooh, Elijah Craig, you dirty dog. Woo, yeah.
Elijah Craig's got a little bite on her.
Little sting?
Yeah. Nah, we use that one. Don't. If you're gonna give me nothing, for unbelievable, and you're gonna hit me with sting, get the fuck out of here.
All right, fine.
Tim, I liked it. Don't I count? I am the bee.
It is more meaningful from you. Yes. Thank you.
But is it true? We haven't sent anybody to space in 10 years, a decade. A man hasn't been to space from the U.S. in 10 years.
Right.
I saw when I did a show last January or the January before in Daytona, and I saw him launch a rocket to space. Obviously, no people were in it, but it was still pretty cool. You saw it.
And what were you doing in Daytona?
What was the one?
I had a show down there, and I was literally right on the beach. And right before I went on, everybody's like all going outside. I'm like, well, this is awkward. You know, you guys all came to my show, but right before I go on, you leave the show. And everybody's like, well, the rocket's going off. I'm like, oh, okay, that makes me feel a little bit better.
Yeah, it's an excellent reason to leave, I guess.
Yeah.
More important than you. Don't take offense to it.
Who's in
the
space station, Tyler? What are you talking about? I don't know what that question. Astronauts.
Wait, so you I guess you guys, do you remember? I don't know how old you would be. What was it? The Challenger? What's the one that blew up?
I remember number 11.
Troops.
I didn't know that it blew up. I was like, yay. And then I was like, oh.
I don't remember.
I think George needs to be fact checked here.
What? We have people in space all the time?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We haven't had anybody in 10 years.
No,
We haven't sent anybody to space in 10 years.
We haven't.
Well,
let's check
it. I don't know. I don't know. I think there's been.
That's what I gathered. Yeah, we hitched. Yeah,
11.
We take Steve Kamaga's got. We take Russian rockets.
Yeah.
So Americans go to space, but they have to take Russian rockets. We haven't sent the gang up on our own in 10 years.
Right.
Everybody's a little bit right this time,
and a little bit wrong. But it's happy that it works out that way.
Mm-hmm.
But
I like when that happens.
My thing was, so it's a fucking process to go to space, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
And these poor guys, these two astronauts, which, like, the last time I looked at astronauts going to space, the spacesuits looked way different. These guys came out, and it was like they were wearing like Tom Ford spacesuits. They were sleek,
very fan. They're like from a movie.
Yeah. And see, the one on the left, that's the spacesuit I'm thinking of, like big ass thing. These guys basically look like, they were, I don't know, like race car drivers. And
that guy's in space right now, I guess.
No, is he?
That's what George said.
Oh, that's Chris Cassidy's.
Imagine that. Imagine you're up there in that space outfit, and these dickheads come in the fresher, more cooler outfits.
Let's see the fresh outfit.
I'd be so mad.
Can we see the fresh boy?
Look up Doug Hurley. Doug Hurley is a going.
And doesn't time go really strangely in space?
Well, it goes roughly the same as here, I think, right?
But does it?
Yeah.
Ubers for space stations. I hope so. Ryan. He makes a valid point.
But my thing was, so they're waiting to go to space, and they're going through all the checkpoints, and they're gearing up, and they're counting it down. 6 minutes prior to launch, they call the thing off. So imagine getting yourself mentally ready to go to space.
Bad. Yeah.
And they're like, forget about it. Shut her down.
What do you think could be the absolute worst? Like,
you think?
I don't know.
Relief? You think there's any relief? Because you're like, you got to be a little scared.
I don't know. Those people are so well trained.
Yeah.
From
that's what I think, imagine. Tim. I think they're so well trained.
But of all the
I
things,
think like with. Go ahead.
No, please.
No,
it's
go
Kate.
ahead.
Kate, you're up.
Kate, please, if you would.
Did I go first? I think. Well, don't you think like with the Olympics and stuff, these people are so well trained, but when they get to the Olympics, there's that fear. There is that fear. There has to be, because if there isn't, then you shouldn't be in the game at all.
Home from the Olympics, like.
So is space like that? Going to space, is it like that? I'm blocking you out, Tyler, on purpose.
That's a good point, Ty. Are you going to space or are you going to Beijing? Because
she's got a point though. She,
you should be a little bit nervous, or else you're going to make mistakes, right?
What's our odds? How many have gone wrong? A decent amount, and I knock on wood, we don't want that to happen, but you have to at least be scared a little.
Yeah, they have to be, but they have to be so excited. Like, if you could go to space, can you imagine if you could buy a ticket to go to space?
It'll happen.
I hope it happens when we're alive, though, and it's not $20 million.
I was in space earlier this week.
Yeah, I know you were. Up in space.
Kate, Tim, would you go?
Oh yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I would go.
No hesitation. Going to space.
No hesitation. I would not skydive. I would not bungee jump. But I would absolutely go to space.
Huh.
I would not bungee jump. I would skydive, and I would absolutely go to space.
All right.
I'll be honest. I'm doing none of those three.
Not even space.
Why?
Dude, it's fucking space.
Space is last. Space is the last thing.
I
haven't figured out Earth. I barely get on planes.
You're not gonna figure out Earth.
Exactly. It's time to go.
I don't need to see
I'm
Earth.
going.
I don't need to see Earth from a bird's eye view.
If they call me to go,
what if you get up to
out.
space?
I get the call.
Tim and I are going.
I get the call.
God darn it.
Yeah, Elon, it's Tim. Yeah, me and Kate, we're coming. No, Ty's staying.
We be right there.
He's staying home. He's gonna get some hot dogs and chill on Earth.
Yeah.
I'd rather eat hot dogs. You'd have to drink hot dogs up there because it would
Wait,
be.
Why would you not go?
Well, because of the fear
of like blowing
because
up
of aliens.
I don't fear aliens, not a little bit.
Well, you should.
And if they're listening now, I'm kidding. But no, I'm scared of the G forces. I would be screaming. I couldn't even go on roller coasters, guys.
You don't do Steel Force?
I would go to space before I went to Steel Force.
No.
So you would go to space.
You'd
okay.
Go to space.
Now we're getting somewhere.
Brianna Cressman, you have to sleep in coffins.
Would you rather? Would you rather Steel Force?
Yeah, but Steve Kamunky. Steve, I hope Steve brings up a point that we blew up a few monkeys as well during the botched tests sending things to space. And Steve, I want you to know, a world with a few less apes is a world I want to live in. All right, that's NASA. Those apes that they were sending, those were the most intelligent. Those were the apes that were going to turn on us.
That's true.
When they got back. They're going to go to space, get the super intelligence, get the powers, get the motor skills, come back. We all know how this goes. So not the worst disaster in the world.
What Steve isn't mentioning is the busloads of apes we sent to space just for the fun of it. We sent busloads.
What if that was somehow that was legal? That if you could send a bus of apes into the town of your enemy.
That's the way to do it.
That's such a stupid idea.
Send a clear message.
There's just a messenger guy. He rings the doorbell and he's like, "Hey," and then he just points out to a bus of apes.
Here's your monkeys.
He's like, "These are yours now. You gotta give the bus back though." And
we're gonna need that bus, but the monkeys are yours.
So you guys would go, no questions asked.
Tyler, I'm so confused by this life. If I have a chance to get away from it, I'm going.
What is Tim watching?
So I'm trying to.
What's he
watching? I'm trying to find the sound that. That's the sound you hear when the
monkey shop.
And
it's rocking. These apes are going ape shit.
They have like metal. They're playing Pantera really loud.
No, but you don't hear it. There's no music. But all the apes have their own headphones in, and they got all have heavy metal music.
They're highly advanced.
And they're
would it be better or worse if you can't hear the music? Like, what if it was like for 2 miles away, you hear like, "Here I am, rocking," and you see the ape bus crest the hill.
And
it crests the hill, and the sun is behind it, so it's in shadow, and the bus is coming, and you hear the siren, you hear the air raid siren, and you realize how badly you have fucked up.
It's like the ape bus isn't driving. There's an ape in the driver's seat. He's steering, but it's on a flatbed truck. So he thinks he's driving.
But he's clearly not driving. But they're furious though. They've been given the taste for red meat. Yeah.
There's a bunch of bees in the bus too, and they're stinging the apes, and so the apes are very pissed off. That's a bad combo. Apes and bees shaking all around.
A great war. Like, hold on. Imagine.
I am.
The town is quiet. They know there's a possibility that the apes are coming. I've never seen this video before. I don't know how long this is going to take.
Feels Hopefully like forever.
We're now at 1/1000th of your story from the other night.
Screw you guys. You'll miss me when I'm in space.
Almost
really taking a long time.
I wish if there was like a bar on the video that you could fast forward. I wish there was one of those.
Me too.
There it is.
Me too.
Imagine the bus is coming. It's rocking. 500 fucking gorillas.
They had to do a school bus. The suspension's bad, so they're hitting every bump. Apes are
the kids are jumping out of the windows. Mothers are throwing their babies out the windows because it's a better death than what's coming for them. The apes are coming for them. The daddies are shooting the moms because it's a better death. It's a better way to die than what's coming.
Nobody's there. There's no laws on these
monkeys. Yeah, these monkeys have been given crack cocaine. They have weapons.
Yeah, they've been just. It's a better death, he said. Oh.
All right. Well, I've contributed all I can contribute for tonight. That's all I have for you.
Thank you, Tim.
Yeah. I do have these notes that I was making while you guys were talking, though.
Rain Man 2. Golden showers?
Yeah. And
Rain. Terrible.
Well, Kate brought something up. I think it was last night in the movie. She brought a ton up, in her story. But
as they tend to do, yeah.
Was that last night?
No, the story was the night before. Seemed like it never ended. Guys,
I hate you both equally.
What did I didn't remember what night it was. I didn't remember what night it was.
It was not. This isn't a slight, but we just forgot because it wasn't the worst story ever. If we were so mad about the story, we would have remembered. How did Kristen Marie? What did he talk about here? How did
Kristen
it get
Marie
here?
has to be talking about the ape bus.
Yeah, just maybe our conversation. How did it get? Well, Kate, you called me out last night.
It was the
empathy.
big call out.
The empathy call out.
Yeah, because you cried at the appropriate times in the movie to cry, which led me to believe that you suffer from empathy.
I suffer, but you're supposed to have empathy. Am I wrong?
Are you?
Better sympathy or empathy?
Not your
empathy more than sympathy.
Not your species, not your gender, and there's not a whole lot of people in your gender.
Put that stinger away. Put that stinger away. Put your stinger away.
You're saying the men don't have empathy.
I know a lot of women that don't have empathy.
The men don't have empathy. Yeah, I said it. You heard it here first, folks.
It has less to do with gender, more about upbringing.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I know a lot of people.
Oh no. I don't know about that.
A lot of people. I have the best empathy.
Disapproving head shake.
Well, did you know that if somebody yawns and you don't yawn, you don't have empathy? So you're not yawning.
That is absolutely not true.
It's a sign.
There's no way that's no way.
Scientific.
Science, Tim. Science. Look it up. Google science.
Bet you it was a BuzzFeed article.
You're welcome for all of that. You're welcome. No, Tim, it's true. If someone yawns, if someone yawns and you yawn, am I missing something? Is something happening that I don't know about?
Because the buzz, it's a buzz and bee, BuzzFeed.
And you're
yeah, ring the bell. Thank you.
No, we're ringing the bell for you. Okay.
For me?
Everybody's asking for some rings. All right. Tell us about this scientific proof that you've heard about with the yawns.
Did you hear about it?
I know the yawns are contagious, but I don't think it has anything to do with empathy.
If you don't
absolutely.
If you don't get it, you don't have empathy towards your fellow man.
That's not true.
If you don't yawn, when you see a yawn, you don't have empathy.
Throw a Google down. See what happens. Throw a Google down right now.
I cannot take my attention away from what I'm doing for even one moment. I can't do that.
Maybe one of our guests, our viewers,
one of our crew.
Yeah, if one of you want us to check about this yawn bullshit,
they could just do the work for us.
It sounds like nonsense to me.
It's not nonsense, Tim. It's scientific fact.
You're full of shit. You're wearing the bee costume. You're lying in the bee costume.
I agree with her.
No, you're talking.
Let's see this.
Like someone who doesn't have empathy.
Okay, well, it looks like Science Daily says that it's more closely associated with perceptual sensitivity than empathy. So that sounds like the opposite of what you guys are saying.
Well, see, but empathy is in the conversation. So Kate's right.
There it is.
I think Kate is right, even though I said it. Fuck you, Paul.
What did Paul say?
He said that you're right.
Yeah.
That was my idea.
I did say
that. Do you take offense to somebody if you yawn and they don't yawn?
Yeah.
You take offense to it? You're like, why didn't they fucking get it?
You're not an empath.
If I am brave enough to put my yawn out there and I don't get the proper response, I'm offended.
Yeah, that's how you should feel. Let me ask you this question. What about if somebody sneezes and they don't say, God bless you?
No empathy there.
No empathy there.
That's what I said.
Kind of a cold-blooded killer. Because you know who else doesn't say God bless you when you sneeze? Tim?
The apes.
Need I say more? the least empathetic creature. And Paul said they're soulless with the wrong there. And I don't want to be that guy. I hate being that guy.
Well, maybe they own something.
Maybe it's a business. Yeah. Maybe it's the business called Soulless.
Right. It's theirs.
Yeah. Okay, wait, Jamie.
In front of a dog. The dog yawn.
Jamie.
Tortellini.
Hey.
Jamie probably.
Oh, mama.
She's probably like, can I get a chicken cheesesteak with the mozzarella? That's what.
Yeah.
Jamie
she probably does.
She says there was a video that a group of people, about 3 to 5 people, all yawned, infant of a dog. And then the dog yawned. What?
That's coming from your. He's defending your point of view, by the way.
I know.
So you got.
And dog. Yeah, I think. Yeah, if you don't yawn, I think Tim.
Wait,
I don't think you have.
Are you talking about a baby dog? Are you saying
Aren't
infant dog like a puppy?
I think she's saying the infant yawned and also the dog
I
yawned.
should be in the psychopath that described a puppy as the infant of a dog.
It was a baby dog. I don't know.
Clearly a typo, but it doesn't matter.
Yeah, weird night. But if I sneeze and I do rapid fire, I'm not just like one.
Yeah.
Done.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
I am very offended.
How many do you go?
I'll give you the first 2. After the first 2 sneezes, forget about it. I'm not blessing you any further.
Well, on the opposite end, I feel the same way. If someone keeps sneezing and I keep saying bless you, by like the 3, 4, I'm mad at them. I'm like, God bless you. Can you stop now?
Right.
I go. I'm at least 3, at least, and I've gone as much as 7 or 8. Boom.
And you'll say God bless you over and over and over again.
No. I'll sneeze. Boom, boom, boom. Rarely do people say God bless you. In fact, if it's my family, they'll wait till I'm done for like a 10-second count, and then they'll be done. God bless you. For that, all of them. They'll do a.
Do you yell though? Do you do that yell sneeze?
No, I do.
So you do a polite sneeze.
I try to hold it in. I try to hold it in.
Do it again.
That's what I do. You can barely hear it.
Let's
Probably
yours.
very unhealthy.
Are we all
Yeah,
doing
that's not
good. That's mine.
That's a sneeze.
That's the same noise I make when I eat a big bowl of cream corn with no spoon.
7 to 8 is basically a stroke. I agree with that. Mine are pretty loud. I'm not gonna lie.
Steve Kamonka. He not only does he know him, he's like, "Are you done? God bless you." The condescending "God bless you" is the worst "God bless you" of all time.
Yeah, but if you're going 8-9 sneezes, you're annoying the room.
You're annoying everyone.
And if you yell sneeze, if you do that, like where people like scream before each sneeze, totally unnecessary.
Tim,
what if, like, you know what I do?
How do you know? How do you know if that's not your sneeze? How do you know if that's unnecessary?
I have the degree of empathy that I have. I can feel what other people feel. All right, and in that moment, I can feel them thinking, I'm going to fucking yell. I'm going to piss off the room. I'm going to yell. And then they do it.
Tim, I'm here to tell you it's not true.
It's true. Yes, it is.
I have that sneeze.
I've never heard you sneeze, but one day I will. And I'll feel, like in The Shining, your thoughts that you're doing it on purpose.
I can tell you.
Paul Spratt sneezes mega loud, but guess what? He doesn't give a fuck.
Doesn't give a fuck.
He doesn't give a fuck, guys.
He doesn't care about it.
Care. Literally.
I care.
If you're out there and see him sneeze, he's trust him. He's not giving a fuck.
I gotta tell you guys, I don't want to. Part of my brain this whole time has been thinking about this monkey bus. It's really on my mind now because are you seeing it? Like, are you seeing it?
I'm gonna see it.
It's a dark city. Right? It's like a Frank Miller comic book. The city's dark. There's crime
everywhere.
The siren.
But there's like that the police are playing with kids. Everybody's kind of having a good time, and then the mood and it shifts. The darkness comes. The night falls. Everybody feels the ominous feeling It ain't a storm coming. They know it's something coming.
It's a bus of apes. If someone can illustrate this for us, I think we could really do a good, like a 4-part comic book.
Yeah, like a full,
like the first bus. What would the first? If it's a 4-part comic book, I would think the first one sets up how these apes came to be,
how they met each other.
You can't go right into the full blast, right?
There it is.
That's a classic representation. You know, these are other animal terrorists and the letter A that associate with these kind of creatures. Yeah. Scary. I don't like that at all. But
that shouldn't be.
We'll talk off air. We'll talk in the group chat about this.
I think this is our next project, the comic book. The ape.
I'm down.
And they're all fucking singing. They're all singing in headbang.
Hey, do you think? I don't know why they would be, but do you think they're singing a song by the Bee Gees?
I hope so.
Yeah, I don't know why they.
I hope so.
Why they would either. I don't know why they would do that either.
Well, you think they were singing a song by the B-52s?
I knew he was going to go there. Tyler loves his
It's combining bits. He hates the bit with the post, and he hates the B bit.
He hates the combined bits.
Yeah,
get it.
Well, we're at time, so we should wrap this baby up.
Well, if we haven't left you wanting more, we're not sure why why Steve Kamonka just said flying poop out of nowhere. But
hey, thank you. Steve is a new.
The apes. They're throwing it. They're throwing it.
Mm-hmm.
They're throwing poop at each other.
Yeah.
And there's infant dogs running around. Okay, they're flying everywhere. They're barking their little infant baby bark
of the dog.
People are sneezing everywhere.
My God, that's an infant of a dog.
Okay, real quick before we go.
Yeah.
Okay.
What?
We've set the scene. All right. We've set it. It's bad. All right. The town is on edge. People are screaming. Sirens are blazing. People have started fires. Right. Guns are being shot into the air. The apes are running wild. Wow. Who comes in to save the day? How does this end in a good way? Who does it?
I think I have a costume for it. You just tell me.
Is it like an existing hero or?
It's got to be a townsperson.
Although, will we make up our own hero because we don't have rights to Superman and Batman?
One fan.
Kate is beautiful.
Yep.
Who?
I paid her.
Huh?
Who? Because it's got to be somebody that the town didn't trust. They didn't like this person.
Well, it also has to be someone who's been talking. This is in parts 1 and 2, but it needs to be the person who's constantly warning about the apes. And they're like, "You're a fool. The apes are on our side. The apes are with us." Yeah. And the guy has his paper. He's like disheveled. He has his documents, and they're not listening to him. And
he's got calculations. He's got
calculations. He's got charts. He's like, "I'm telling you, if we don't act now, these apes are going to be here. They're getting stronger. They're getting faster." And the corrupt mayor, the corrupt mayor, and the DA, they're smoking weed.
They're calling this guy
in the DA's office. They're like, "Let's do racism. Let's do some." And they're like, "Listen, we don't stop doing crimes, people. The monkeys are fucking coming." What?
Dude, say it.
You said it like Arnold Schwarzenegger. Crime.
Come on, Big Tim. Maybe have Tony be the hero.
All right, and then they're like, "Well, what's making the apes so strong?" And they're like, "The fucking metal, the heavy metal. They found it. They found the heavy metal. It's going through their brains. It's making them powerful." Like, shut up. His name is like Brad. Shut up, Brad. You're an idiot. Go back to cleaning the floors at the high school gym. He's the janitor or something.
Yeah.
It's like, that guy's an idiot. And then all of a sudden, boom, he's got his mop. He's mopping the floors. He looks up. He knows what's coming. Does he save the people, or does he let them learn their lesson?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I like to think, because the apes are the instrument of death, but there has to be a villain as well. A villain, mind you. So the bus comes into town, right? The moms are throwing the moms are throwing the babies. The dads are shooting the moms. Things are happening.
George is saying janitors are also people. Listen.
Not in this context.
But I also say janitors are the best. He's the hero.
Yeah.
I'm saying I'm team janitor.
Yeah.
The unsung hero of the world. Jeez.
Can you imagine where we'd be without janitors?
Got shit all over our feet.
How about the murder hornets? Where do they? I feel like they should be in it.
They're not part of this.
Tim, go on with your story. Go on with your story, Kate. We'll get back to you.
Well,
Tim, keep saying what you're saying.
I don't have a full. We're doing this live. We're doing this live.
I know.
But look, the apes are coming into town. All right, things are going bad. You know the whole story. The moms are throwing the babies at the windows.
The babies are
shooting the mom.
Barking, even
and the whatever, the dads are killing themselves or whatever. And
killing each other and then themselves.
Once these things get into town, they're running amok. All right. Yeah. They're tearing things apart. They're doing this and that. But then over the same hill that the bus came over.
Wait, real quick. Where are they gaining their strength? Because they're getting depleted, but then there's one place they go.
We don't have that yet. We don't have that yet.
Okay. They gotta find
over the hill, a silhouette, biggest gorilla you've ever seen in your life. It's got mechanical leg joints. Mechanical arm joints. There's steam. There's like hot custard and shit coming out of there.
Somebody operating it. A human is operating it.
Yeah, there's a guy on the gorilla's shoulders with two big control knobs.
And they're not.
And it's like a Lex Luthor type character.
They're not easy to pull. He designed
it. No, he designed the monkey.
But they're harder
robotics.
He wants to grunt. He wants to be seen.
Yeah. So
it's because it's hard. If it's like hydraulic and he's like, this is pretty easy. It doesn't have the same. Right. He's yanking on these.
It's either that or would it make more sense if this guy's a mastermind? Clearly.
True. Yeah.
Would he have sort of like a Power Range Megazord style where he's in an enclosure and he has controls everywhere and he's sort of
outside. I like him outside.
He's got different keyboards doing, whatever.
I love this guy yanking on these, levers.
But because really the levers would only operate like one leg. He can only operate one of the legs at a time.
It's like I should have made this like a faster.
I should have put a gun on this thing.
Yeah. Why? Yeah. By the time I get to the town, they're gonna be they're gonna be through.
They're gonna be done on the bus on to the next town.
A lot of empathy for janitors out there.
Yeah. Unsung heroes. You don't like them? You're anti?
I love them. Yeah, I would never want to be one. I mean, they're on the front line.
Right? I love everybody.
I think Bukaki's saying we've run amok with the show. We've gone.
I think that's what he's saying. I haven't. I'm just an innocent bystander.
I think this was one of our strongest shows.
Well,
exactly, Paul Pratt. He wouldn't have a hand free to use a single. If he wants to use a gun, he has to use one leg like this, and he just keeps going in a circle. But he has the gun in one hand, so he has to circle around to point at his enemy.
Or does he have a steering wheel
on the handle? The triggers on the button.
He might.
That's an idea.
Or what if he has the steering wheel and to use the gun, he uses his knee to steer it like we do on cars?
Oh yeah.
So no levers.
I don't know. I'm just thinking out loud here. I'm spitballing.
That's such a good workout.
Steering wheel is a good idea.
Steering wheel. I can see him going like this. He's got one of those little balls on it. Like
what if also
from the school bus? He's got this. What if it's a school bus that he's got the whole setup?
What?
And it's how you steer the school bus, but it's in the ape. He's got the school bus.
Right, but hear me out. Hear me out about this one. What if he has like an apparatus on his head?
Oh my!
And he's controlling it with his thoughts, with his mind.
But then he would know that.
And then eventually, now this is volume 8, 9, 10. The monkey starts to seep into his mind, and he starts getting the hunger for ape.
Stuff. Ape stuff.
Ape info.
Yeah. Info. Ryan Dugan. Thank you.
Well, I think we found our next.
Yeah, we got a project now.
Whoa, hold up. Before we go.
What?
Bukaki brings up an excellent point.
What about the birds?
Yeah.
I don't even want to get into that.
Yeah, that's
bringing the bird.
That's a whole universe unto itself. That's not even.
And you gotta hope that the birds and the apes they don't join forces. They
never would. They never would.
If they ever get in cahoots, we're in big.
They would never work together.
Well, the birds are machines. The monkeys
the birds aren't machines. They're trained.
No, they're machines.
What is happening?
The CIA, Kate, the CIA, everybody knows this. In 2008, the CIA killed 40 billion birds and replaced them with identical robot replicas to surveil the people.
Yeah, it's a big issue.
There's not one real bird left. John knows. He loves what he's saying here. I don't think he sent it. If you know what I mean. I want to send. Okay, listen. We'll talk about the birds another time. There's a whole movement about. Just type in Google. Anybody out there in the comments, if you've lasted this long, type in "birds aren't real" into Google, and you'll open your eyes.
Yep.
All right.
Good luck sleeping. All right.
Oh no. I can't do it.
Hashtag DDD. Hashtag Deck Dog's Dick. Hashtag infant baby dog. Hashtag ring the bell. That's our show. Tomorrow night is hashtag Takeout Friday. Get in mind where you're going. I don't know where I'm going yet, but we'll figure it out. Any announcements, guys? Any announcements for us? Kate?
Still alive.
I just got John's picture right now. I'm sorry, I didn't see it before. I'll show it tomorrow, John.
Reminder, everybody stay safe. If you see Paul Spratt, he sneezes mega loud, but he doesn't give a fuck at all.
He doesn't care.
We're gonna have a little bit more detail tomorrow about the monkey bus, the ape bus saga. A little more info about the birds. Hashtag Takeout Friday. Tim will have a cooking tip. I know he gave one on Monday or whenever Tuesday.
I was telling you about my salad that I made today, and then Kate came in stroking a gun, and I had to stop talking.
Right. Well, yeah, you can't one up a gun.
No, you certainly can't.
Entrance.
No.
I planned it that way.
Kate, do you have anything to add?
I never have anything to add. Not anymore. No.
Okay. Sorry. Tim?
Great show, everybody. Great
it.
show.
Good time.
Good energy. Thanks everybody for hanging out.
Yeah.
Yep.
Thanks. I don't remember Steve Kamanka being on this frequently before. Thanks for popping by, Steve.
I like that guy. I like the comments.
Steve was fun.
See you tomorrow, everybody. Takeout Friday. Get your support.
Takeout Friday. Down there we got I Hate Kate. She's got an 8 in it. It's not how we feel about her. That's how she describes herself.
Professor Fry on Instagram at Professor Fry.
Yeah.
At Professor Fry. Oh wait, go ahead. Okay. I'm at Rock. Guys, I don't know if I'm allowed, but I did it. Tim,
Oh, hi.
ring that goddamn bell.